I now have a TikTok platform of over 280,000, and the behaviour that I'm now witnessing, especially in my Instagram comments, especially after my 9/11 video, maps directly onto leaked government training programs. It's called the manufactured doubt strategy, and there's a lot of research done on this. It's mostly used by big tobacco and fossil fuels. It's entering into my community because I've been trying to talk about communism. My bad. I'm not shooting from the hip on this. I could do a whole video on how MI5 used to infiltrate the IRA. I will do that video actually. This is a PDF Edward Snowden copied out of NSA systems in 2013. This is a 50-page internal PowerPoint presentation created by someone at GCHQ in the UK. If you're not aware, GCHQ stands for Government Communications Headquarters. Before I get into the actual content of this document, I need to make a professional observation as a communications specialist. An agency whose name is Government Communications produced these graphs. Anyway, the quality of the comms headquarters comms division is not what we're here for, but it is ugly as shit. I would also say there's probably another few videos for me in just deep diving into these Snowden materials. But this document was called The Art of Deception, Training for a New Generation of Online Covert Operations. It was created by the Human Science Operations Cell, and I'm getting closer to establishing who our clip artist is, because although the name is redacted, the presenter of this presentation was the head of human science. Every single page of this document contains these classification markings, meaning it was top secret and only supposed to be released to people within the Five Eyes network. Glenn Greenwald was the first person to report on these documents through NBC News in February 2014, so shout out to them. And the full document was published by Greenwald both to The Intercept and to his own publication back in 2014. The ACLU and the Electronic Frontier Foundation also host copies on their own separate servers. A document that multiple journalists, multiple civil rights institutions, and multiple foundations and NGOs think is important enough to host copies on their own servers is a document you may want to read. These are their 10 principles. The first one is flattery, and I am seeing so much of this because I made a hard rule that I would not tolerate aggression. Because I've said publicly that comments that attack me directly get removed immediately, the approach now needs to be more sophisticated. But it's not that sophisticated because it's still heavily templated, and so now I get a lot of comments that are like, I usually like her content, but that is designed to build false rapport with me and with the commenters. Rather than directly attacking the creator and having her audience defend her or the creator block you, they act like they've always been here and they're part of the community and they generally agree, but this they have more expertise on. Which is the second thing you'll see a lot of. Having researched Lenin for 20 years, having lived in Venezuela. If one person does these two things, the audience might think, whatever. But when you get multiple accounts, the herd, reinforcing that position with slightly different wording, the audience, who is not trained to think critically about intelligence campaigns in TikTok comments, scrolls with an abstract feeling that that video might not be entirely correct. And these comments look very different to what would genuinely happen if I made a genuine mistake with a detail and actual experts picked it up. A genuine expert finding a genuine mistake says something genuine, usually simple, often very blunt, just like, it's a 5, not a 6. It was 24, 25. I've sent you an email about this, usually. They rarely announce that they're fans of the channel. Trust me, guys, I'm not being antagonistic. I watch her videos all the time. I just don't agree with it. Red flag. This one has absolutely triggered me in a way that I would consider ableist and abusive. Because the autistic brain specifically finds it harder to ignore these kind of traps. But I've learned that their real goal is this. Instead of spending my time making the next part of the video, I would spend my time replying to this bullshit instead. That is their goal. Once you understand that, you stop replying. Time is your most valuable asset. By playing with the timeline, either by creating urgency, like we're going to bomb Iran, why aren't you talking about it? Or delay, getting you to focus on something else, not your purpose, is a strategy. Then deception, dishonesty, needy and greedy. A lot of these comments will assert things without any evidence, yet continually demand sources from me. And multiple times I've experienced them going to other platforms and trying to smear me, which is defamation, so be careful, including being called a racist for reporting on the Super Bowl. Then need and greed, they know you need money. People like validation. They want their audience to grow. They will exploit that. I'm running out of time, but I'm going to put these documents in the Discord and I will continue to block people that engage with me in bad faith.